Hi guys, cooking has been kept to an absolute minimum lately because here in Ireland we've actually been enjoying a mini heatwave, so it's all salads for dinner and bagels for lunch. So here's just a few ideas on how you can take a simple bagel and cream cheese and really make a meal of it. I should say that all these suggestions start off with a sesame seed bagel and some Philadelphia cream cheese. So first off is a recipe for the classic bagel, some smoked salmon, cream cheese and capers. But start off by flavouring that cream cheese. Add a couple of tablespoons to a little bowl and add a teaspoon of dried dill. Dried is good, but fresh would be better if you have it. And a good squeeze of lemon juice. Be sure to fish out any seeds and mix it all up. Once that's all mixed up really well, then just set it aside while you take your bagel, cut it in half, and then toast it. Once it's toasted, then smear your flavoured cream cheese all over both sides. Then add a generous amount of these briny capers. I love these things, but lots of people hate them, so if you do, just leave them out. And pile some mixed leaves on top. Then add a few loose curls of smoked salmon slices. Then just add the top and press down and serve with a nice cool glass of lemonade, which is perfect in this heat. The second bagel on my list is for this beautiful buffalo chicken bagel, which is just insanely good. It starts off with a little knob of butter in a ramekin and add a couple of tablespoons, maybe 2 or 3 of Frank's Red Hot sauce to it and microwave that for about 30 seconds. Then just take it out and give it a good mix. I wish I could tell you that any hot sauce would do for this recipe, but for that quintessential buffalo chicken flavour, it really has to be Frank's Red Hot sauce. Now take some cooked chicken and just shred it up. I'm using grilled, skinless, boneless chicken thighs here because I think the dark meat is more like the wing meat flavour, but use whatever leftover chicken you have, or breast meat is fine too. Then pour it into a bowl and pour over the hot sauce and mix it up and set it aside. Now, just like before, take your bagel, cut it in half, toast it and then smear both sides with Philadelphia cream cheese. Add a little bit of lettuce for crunch. Then pile on all that beautiful spicy chicken. Now, to mimic the blue cheese dressing that always comes with buffalo chicken wings, I added a few slices of Roquefort cheese. This is really strong, so you can use whatever blue cheese you like. Then just put on the lid and give it a press down and serve up with some more icy cold lemonade. Third on the list was probably my favourite. It was this beautiful Greek veggie bagel. I started off by roasting this red pepper in the oven for about 20 minutes just to get it really nice and soft. You can buy these in jars, but they only had pickled ones in the shop when I was there, so I didn't want that. Then I took a couple of thick slices of halloumi cheese and grilled it in a George Foreman for a couple of minutes. If you don't have one, then a dry frying pan will do. The cool thing about this is that it doesn't really melt, it'll just go a bit scorched but keep its shape. Now, just like the others, take your bagel, cut it in half, toast it and then smear both sides with Philadelphia cream cheese. Now add a few slices of cucumber, followed by some mixed leaves and just a small bit of raw red onion. A small bit is all you need, whereas too much and you'll be tasting it all day. Now, once your pepper has had about 20 minutes in a hot oven and time to cool, go ahead and chop it up to add it into your bagel. Of course, you could just save yourself a number of steps here by getting the jar of flame grilled red peppers. Next, I added these beautiful Kalamata olives. I couldn't find any that were pitted, which I guess is no harm because once they're pitted, they lose an awful lot of their flavour. So go ahead and pit them yourself, it's no big deal. Or if you prefer, you could just use pitted black olives. Now top that with a few slices of the grilled halloumi. Then just give the top half a little sprinkle of dried dill and press it down on the bagel and serve up with some more ice cold lemonade. I made a massive pitcher of lemonade recently as soon as we got the fine weather, so I'm drinking it non-stop. I'll put a link to that video in the description below. Number 4 on the list is something a little bit fancy. It's a PB&J bagel. Not peanut butter and jelly, but PEAR, BREE and JAMBON. So good. You know how this goes now. Take your bagel, cut it in half, toast it, but just smear the Philadelphia cream cheese on the bottom half of the bagel. Now take your jambon, though here I'm using a few slices of prosciutto and sticking them in the George Foreman grill again. Again, if you don't have one, a dry frying pan will be fine, just until they crispen up slightly. This step is totally optional, they're gorgeous as they are as well. Now start layering up your bagel with a handful of lettuce. I'm using rocket here because I like the pepperiness. Next, add a few slices of fresh pear. This will give such subtle sweetness. Followed by the hot ham once it's had a couple of minutes in the grill. I really like one hot thing in a sandwich. Now add a couple of really thick slices of brie. The thicker the better here. I love brie so much. I'm kind of sorry I didn't use it instead of the bagel. Now this might be a little controversial, but take the top half of the bagel and spread some strawberry jam in it. You might think I'm insane or pregnant, but as far as I know I'm neither. You're just gonna have to trust me. The strawberry jam and the brie is such a winning combination. Now just put on the top and give it a press down, and what do you think I served this with? That's right, some more lovely, lovely lemonade. Finally, number 5 on my list is inspired by something I've only seen in America. It's a jalapeno poppers bagel. This is when a jalapeno pepper is stuffed with cream cheese and cheddar and wrapped in bacon and either deep fried or smoked in a barbecue. So I kind of wanted to see what that would be like. So you know the drill now, bagel, halve, toast, spread with cream cheese. Now transfer your bagel to a baking tray and give both halves a little sprinkling of smoked paprika powder to kind of mimic the smoky flavour you get from the barbecue. Now cover generously with some grated cheddar. The sharper the better here, and I prefer red cheddar. Now heat under the grill or in the broiler just until the cheese melts. Once that happens, take them out and add them back onto your plate. Now top with a few slices of pickled jalapenos that I got from a jar. I can't really stand heat so well, so I think 4 should be fine here. Then I added a few slices of smoked pancetta that I just gave a few minutes in the George Foreman grill as well, or dry frying pan is fine too. These slices are really, really thin, so I think I can afford 3 here. Then just put on the top and give it a squeeze down, and lettuce doesn't really go in a hot sandwich like this, so I do insist that you serve it on the side. Right next to another glass of lemonade that I know you're going to try when you check out the recipe. It's over on my website now, as well as all these beautiful bagel recipes. Thanks a million for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like, subscribe and share buttons below, and let me know how you got on social media if you try these recipes as well. You'll find all the links to my accounts in the description below, as well as the link to my blog where you'll find the full recipe at www.rookiecook.org.